Unleash the power of knowledge and connect with the heartbeat of the African diaspora. Download our African Diaspora News Channel app now on Google Play and Apple App Store. Stay informed with authentic and diverse perspectives, breaking news, and cultural insights. Immerse yourself in a community that celebrates unity, resilience, and progress. Experience the vibrancy of the diaspora at your fingertips. Don't miss out. Empower your perspective today. Search African Diaspora News Channel and join the conversation.
Well, the gloves came off and there was a very heated exchange that took place at the House of Commons question period session between Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre and our Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Pierre Poilievre called Justin Trudeau a racist, and he also referred to him as whacko. And what happened was Greg Fergus, which is the first Black Speaker of the House, asked Mr. Poilievre to take it back and not use any disparaging comments about Justin Trudeau again. And Pierre Poilievre doubled down. So he was then ejected. And as a result of that, the Conservative Party is calling for Greg Fergus to step down. Take a look.
Mr. Speaker, I always condemn extremism and racism, including from the guy who spent the first half of his adult life as a practicing racist, dressing up in hideous racist costumes so many times it can't be.
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the leader opposite is showing us exactly what shameful, spineless leadership looks like. He shakes hands with white nationalists and then goes to actively court the support of those members and has the nerve. Get it together,
Any idea what you're doing? When will we put an end to this whacko policy by this whacko Prime Minister?
No. I'm going to ask the Honourable Leader of the Opposition to withdraw that term, which is not considered parliamentary.
Mr. Speaker, I replace whacko with extremist.
I'm going to ask the Leader of the Opposition once again to just withdraw that comment, please, and simply withdraw that comment.
I'll replace it with radical leftist policy.
I am not asking to replace. I'm asking the honourable member to just simply withdraw.
Mr. Speaker, I replace the word whacko with extremist.
One last time. To please withdraw that comment and simply withdraw that comment.
I simply withdraw and replace with the aforementioned adjective.
Mr. Poilievre, I have to name you for disregarding the authority of the chair. Pursuant to the authority granted to me by Standing Order 11, I order you to withdraw from the House and from any participation by video conference for the remainder of this day's sitting.
Should resign. He's a disgrace.
I never did have confidence in this speaker.
So this heated exchange was over Justin Trudeau's decision to decriminalize the use of hard drugs in the province of BC.
Well, one of the things that everyone has agreed on is there is no one solution to counter either the opioid epidemic or the tragedies that so many families are facing. One of the things that we have done that turned around from the previous government was invest a lot more in safe supply and safe consumption sites, in making sure that there's access to safe supply so that people can be supported. We've also invested a lot in frontline workers, in provincial health systems. We've been there to combat the opioid epidemic, and as I've said, we're willing to work with provinces who want to move forward on different steps. We're having good conversations with British Columbia about something they want to do there. We're open to taking more steps, but the idea that there is one solution that's going to suddenly fix everything is simply not there. There's so many things we have to continue to do, and we're going to do lots of different things on that.
And his reasoning, or I would say justification for doing that, is to reduce the number of unaliving as a result of using the hard drugs.
Now, you listened to experts when it came to the pandemic. You listened to them immediately. So why not listen to experts in this field?
But we are, and one of the first things they say is restore safe supply, which we've done. Interdict the flow of drugs into Canada as much as possible, which we've taken measures on. Start investing more in frontline workers. Make sure that there's naloxone available. Work on community organizations and programs. These are all things we've done. We've also ensured a better supply of artificial opiates. Those are things that are there. There are further steps to take, and we are working with jurisdictions and looking at them. So it is all part of a process that we're part of to try and heal Canadians from the challenges they're facing.
So his rationale is, well, we may as well make it not a criminal offense to use these hard drugs. So then this way, there will be less unaliving as a result of using said drugs. Does that make any sense? No. So Poilievre was just saying that this was a whacko policy, but he also referred to him as whacko.
When will we put an end to this whacko policy by this whacko Prime Minister?
No. Mr. Speaker, the leader opposite is showing us exactly what shameful, spineless leadership looks like. He shakes hands with white nationalists and then goes to actively court the support of those members and has the nerve.
Now, you also heard Justin Trudeau refer to him as spineless. So the reason why the Conservative Party is calling for Greg Fergus to resign, he did not tell Justin Trudeau to completely retract his statement. He told him to just use a different word, which he did. But when Poilievre referred to him as a racist and a whacko, he insisted that he retracted it altogether. So they felt as though this was unfair treatment. Also, I will note that Greg Fergus is a Trudeau supporter. He's also a Liberal. So they felt like he was, he was a little biased here, and he was displaying some favoritism. He wasn't able to be objective. So they're calling for him to step down. You heard some of the gentlemen from the Conservative Party refer to him as a disgrace and that they never supported him to begin with. So here we have a brother, the very first brother, and he could do no right. And so there's been many, many, many heated debates that have gone on, and they've been told by the Speaker of House to retract their statements, and they've been ejected for using racial slurs and also profane language. But never have those other speakers been told to step down. So there's an element where people feel like there's a racial undertone here because the black man ejects somebody and all of a sudden he needs to resign. Similar to a story I reported on a while back where Greg Fergus was wearing his robe in one of the chambers and he was congratulating somebody that was a colleague of his that was retiring, and they wanted him to resign for using the company's resources and being in the company's spaces and all of this other stuff. So there's a little bit of a racial undertone, and that seems to be what the messaging is as well. But also they feel as though he's showing favoritism because he's a Liberal and because he's a Trudeau supporter. And so there is a heated rise of people saying, Greg Fergus needs to step down. He doesn't know what he's doing. He can't do his job. He has no way of controlling the room. People will be heckling and carrying on, and he's not able to do his job and get it under control. Definitely be following to see what happens, the fate of his position as Speaker of the House. He has said that he's not going anywhere. I suspect that he probably won't be forced to resign or be let go over this. It's just another day in politics here in Canada. Let me know what you all think about this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this content. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel, EA Public Relations. Until next time, please be safe.